The Joes are in India, and it takes these 4 white people literally 10 seconds to say the word savagery. Strap in, kids! They're here to meet somebody called Dr. Shakur, whom I can only assume is Tupac's dad? And Duke introduces himself as Sergeant Hauser, which I find very confusing on account of I can't keep one set of names straight for these stupid guys. Oh sure, I know Scarlet, and who can forget the worst commando name ever, Recondo. But this blonde beardo? Apparently his name is Rock and Roll? Also not great, but I think Recondo is the name to beat here. He really is the Manny Faces of this particular toy line. Dr. Shakur has invented a device that harnesses the power of molten lava. And while it makes sense that Cobra would want such a device, I'm honestly surprised that Megatron didn't find a way to break through the 4th wall into this other series and try to steal it. Hiding in what is essentially plain sight as a snake charmer is Zartan, who is pretending to charm a Cobra, get it? That contains a video screen upon which Cobra Commander calls him. Zartan says he has a special surprise waiting for the Joes, which leads me to think that something subtle or sneaky is about to happen, but no. Just some Cobra guys dressed in their full Cobra uniforms shooting their stupid blue Cobra laser rifles out in the open. This seems to work though, and one of them runs off with the briefcase full of lava secrets, also with Dr. Shakur. Then the Dreadnoughts and Zartan show up, but Snake Eyes ninjas all over their asses. At least, I think he ninjas. Last time I called Snake Eyes a ninja, somebody left me a stern comment indicating that I'd gotten it wrong. I guess I'm supposed to be reading the Marvel comics and the toy packaging along with the show to know what's going on? I was not told there would be additional reading. Chasing down Cobra, Recondo bets his bush hat that he knows where their secret base is. No, seriously.
Here, I'd bet my bush hat that's where Cobra's holed up.
At said secret base, Zartan forces a Cobra tiara on Dr. Shakur's head, placing him under their command. Then the helicopters all shoot at each other for a while, and bored? I'm not bored. Suddenly I want to call my mom and dad right now and get them to buy me these helicopter toys, even though I'm 40 now and my parents are retired and living in Florida. Then Recondo shows up with his big knife, and I wonder why Hasbro never sold giant machetes to small children. I would have been all over that. And he fights a rhino because why the hell not? Then Cobra Commander releases the Strike Hyenas. And I have to say, it's the most exciting battle I've ever seen between army guys and hyenas. And then we meet some Cobra guy who I can only assume is called Deliverance.
Well, it looks like what we got here is a couple of GI jungle rats.
The Joes pull the old steal the enemy's uniforms trick, and I have to say Scarlet looks pretty alright in that Cobra outfit. Meanwhile, Dr. Shakur has finished the Lava Doomsday Machine, and Cobra Commander is picking targets based on how cool they sound when he says them with his snaky speech impediment. Paris! Moscow! Los Angeles! Surprising no one, Rock and Roll, who earlier revealed that he's a surfer, comes from Southern California and is very upset by this possibility. The Joes burst in and Scarlet shoots a hole in the roof, forcing Zartan to turn blue, and someday maybe I'll understand what the hell that's supposed to actually mean. Cobra Commander threatens to use the machine, which the Joes just blow up right in front of him. And naturally this destroys the ancient sacred Indian temple that Cobra appropriated in the process. Sure, it's an irreplaceable piece of history, but hey, a bad guy with a speech impediment was squatting here. It deserves to be burned to the ground. Also, let's salt the earth so that nothing can ever grow here again. Yo, Joe!